Masquera say, Mare Zimbabwe, welcome to our channel, Zim Confessions and Deep Secrets. Kana karke kutanka kukuya maneno channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kama chungwa garoka subscribe, don't forget to comment and share this video. Nas Mare Zimbabwe takigirai nyaya yabuditswa ne prominent United States based Zimbabwean opposition activist Freeman Chari Chakare ari one of the founders chibacho CCC abuda achiblame Honai Chamisa nekuda kwekudestroya kwavakaita the opposition party muri Zimbabwe. Vachari vabuda vachichema direction of the Citizens Coalition for Change vakataura kanangana leadership ya Honai Chamisa muri Zimbabwe since he personalized the movement through his strategic ambiguity muri Zimbabwe. Vachari avanga vari involved in the formation of the opposition party vakabuda vachara ivo vachiti pakaformwa the Citizens Coalition for Change pane consensus yakaestablishwa muri Zimbabwe for a clear constitution and organizational structures hanzi badi zvisinei chifocus yavachamisa on strategic ambiguity yakawanikwa ichiandamaina initial agreements anga agarwa pasi akabatwa akawiriranwa ne founders of the Citizens Coalition for Change. Runzi izvozvi ndo zvakakonzeresa kuti bato reCCC riwanikwe richiita internal turmoil muri Zimbabwe, zvakakonzeresa kuti bato riwanikwe richisvika pakuzoparara. Vakabuda vachitaura zvine series of maposts avaposta paX vachitaura ivo about his perspective vachireflect on mazuva ekutanga akatangwa bato reCitizens Coalition for Change. Vabuda vachitaura vachiti pakatangwa the CCC vataura ivo vachiti he had a conversation with Honai Chamisa and vazhinji hanzi vakataura ivo vachiti they were going to defend vaChamisa neupenyu hwavo hanzi but in private vakataura ivo kuti there are certain things zvaifana kufixwa naHonai Chamisa so that the party yaisaparara the same way yakaparara nayo the MDC alliance. Vakaendera mberi vachiti there was a need for a clear constitution since the pane constitution yavakadrafta muri Zimbabwe. Zvakare zvikanzi there are documents akapiwa vaChamisa navaevidence navachari pamwe chete naFreeman Chari pamwe chete naDr Magaisa. Zvakare nekubrandwa kwaizvoitwa bato reCCC muri Zimbabwe hanzi asi zvisinei despite my initial agreements esaya Chamisa akawanikwa achiadopta to strategic ambiguity yake iyo yakawanikwa ichisiya makey aspects emovement kuti iwanikwa ichioperata very clear and zvakarongeka muri Zimbabwe. Zvinzi ndo chimwe chinhu chakakonzeresa kuti bato reCCC riwanikwe richiparara. Vakabuda zvakare vachitaura kuti the candidate selection yevanhu vakazoenda maelections hanzi yanga very controversial nekuda kwethe bereka mwana incident hanzi it was a mistake zvakare yakonzeresa kuti bato reCCC riwanike richiparara muri Zimbabwe. Nyaya yabuditswa nePindula News vachitaura ivo vachiti a prominent United States-based Zimbabwean opposition activist Freeman Chari has voiced his concerns over the direction of the Citizens Coalition for Change, particularly criticizing former leader Honai Chamisa for personalizing the movement through his doctrine of strategic ambiguity. Chari, who was involved in the formation of opposition party, claims that when CCC was established, there was a consensus on the necessity for a clear constitution and organizational structures. However, he argues that Chamisa's focus on strategic ambiguity undermined these initial agreements, leading to internal turmoil and ultimately contributing to party's challenges. In a series of posts on X, formerly Twitter, Chari shared his perspective, reflecting on the early days of the movement and the disappointments that followed. When CCC was formed in conversation with Honai Chamisa, a number of us said to him, we will defend you with our lives out there, but in private we will tell you the things that need to be fixed so we don't fall into the same predicament when we did with MDC alliance, Chari wrote. He continued, top was the need for a clear constitution with clearly articulated rules. I believe a draft constitution was made. Secondly, it was about structure. and I remember giving him a document that had an alternative structure which I worked with Dr. Magaisa. Lastly, it was about branding, etc. Despite these initial agreements, Chari lamented that the principle of strategic ambiguity, essentially leaving key aspects of the movement's operation unclear or open to interpretation, took precedence. This, he claims, left the party vulnerable to exploitation by opportunists, particularly among the Harare crew, who ultimately distanced themselves from Chamisa after the election. He also expressed frustration over how the party handled elections and candidate selections, referring to some of the decisions made, such as controversial Berikamwana incident, as mistakes that should have been avoided. What pained me more was that we had worked so hard for 2 years to build this, but we had no way or leg to defend ourselves. Anyone could see our potential flaws, but they were overlooked, Chari remarked. Chari also criticized Chamisa's leadership after election, noting the failure to manage the party's MP effectively. When Nelson Chamisa failed to rein in the few MPs we had, I could see we were sitting ducks, he said. Reflecting on the internal weaknesses that became apparent after the elections, he concluded with a warning about the future of CCC, expressing fear that without self-reflection and a willingness to address past mistakes, the party would continue to repeat the same cycles of disappointment and failure. I fear without willingness to retrospect and introspect, we will go round and round in circles with multiple outbreaks. I am not willing to go through that again, Chari asserted. Chari's comments have added fuel to the ongoing debate about leadership within opposition circles in Zimbabwe, particularly regarding the leadership style of Nelson Chamisa and the effectiveness of the CCC in presenting a united front to challenge the ruling party. His concerns reflect a deeper internal struggle within opposition politics in the country as activists and supporters continue to seek a way forward. Namabuditiro wakati wanyai muri Zimbabwe netipindula news wachitaura pamusoro penyaya yabuditswa na Chari Freeman Chari achitaura iye achiti Chamisa is the one akanonedza the opposition muri Zimbabwe. Tingaziva kuti munoona sei nyaya iyi kuti kwatiri kuita Chamisa is saying kuti what happened in the past will stay in the past and the new is being born. Muri Zimbabwe vakataura izvo vachihinta on the formation of a new party yavo yakataura kuti ma-sellouts vakaita sana Sengezo Shabangu pamwe chete nevanhu vari kufungidzwa kuti vaishanda naSengezo Shabangu vakaita sana Charlton Mwende will not be involved in this new political party. Tingaziva kuti munoona sei nyaya yetiudzei zvamuri kufunga mu comment section.